still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Oh my goodness.
Howdy ho.
How is
Ayo.
this? How do we even exist after this weekend?
Yes, live. How are we live? How are we live from Broken Trail?
That's never. We've done so much for Broken Trail. What with the cards and
Cards Against
We've done
Humanity.
so much for them. They owe us so much. That's all I want to say.
with the cards.
Can I get you a
we
beer?
had a 10-drink minimum anniversary show was here, or anniversary. Yeah, it was
Show was here, yeah.
We've done
we did
done
two
quite a
shows.
bit with them, and so it's like, oh,
But this is the first time
We're
we're
back.
live.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
that's
is.
true.
It is.
I think
live.
it is the first live show from
yeah,
here.
that's weird.
So we have the owner, bartender, proprietor of Broken Trail with us, Matt Simons.
We use bartender loosely, right?
Oh boy, and I'm about to tell you how loosely.
You know what? The bullfrog tastes pretty tasty.
So
yeah. You know what? Before we go to my beer pouring ability, Michael, how's your bullfrog?
It's
okay.
absolutely amazing.
Thank
Not
you.
gonna lie.
So
it's
Matt-
actually, and it's actually pretty freaking good.
Yeah, so-
it's exactly what I would get from any other bartender.
Hold on.
Matt poured a beer. It's legendary on this show that my mom taught me how to pour a beer. So Matt pours this beer, and I mean it is like 3/4 foam. So I take a picture of it, send it to my mom, and I go, "What's wrong with this?" Here's what my mom wrote back to you, Matt. Well, there's too much foam. Who poured that? They cheated you. Do I need to come up there and teach these people how to pour?
All right. Here's what we need.
But wait, not gonna lie, that happened to me at Marble earlier today. Like the last beer I got at Marble today, because I was there for some friendly hanging arounds.
She's
They
one.
legit gave me. They poured less than I was like dessert that I paid for, and I was like, and I looked at my friends like, "Are you just gonna leave? Like, hello?" And she was like, "It's fine." I was like, "No,
No.
like I'm like missing a quarter of a beer here. What are you doing?"
So I want to give a little bit of like. First off, that was my own glass. I wasn't pouring anybody a beer. I've poured like 4 beers into that same glass because I don't really care.
There you go.
But all that being said, I think what we need
Yeah.
to do is have a special show. We need to have Chris's mom come up here.
Oh shit!
And-
Calling you
and-
out, moms.
Right, and let's do some beer pouring. Like let's teach the Broken Trail staff, least
Oh,
of all
shit.
me, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I mean,
So
I'm
you
a
wanna
seasoned.
get
you guys know
schooled?
that.
Like I'm a seasoned drinker, yet I still the beer pour is still kind of beyond me at this point. Like I'm 37, I'm almost 40, and I
Yeah.
still don't know how to pour a proper beer. And the thing is, I've never actually poured a beer from like the
Tap.
No, that
the
is
tap.
bullshit. You and
And
I
you're-
went
you're a
through
liar.
this.
Oh yeah.
Remember, we did a Lone Pine. Yeah, you.
I have a kegerator at my house.
It's been a rare occasion where I've actually poured from the tap, but it's
just
been
now
pretty
gotten
good.
used to like what with the big keg. You got the pump thing. I finally got that down.
I like it. He's like a Jewish, old Jewish
The
man.
thing
You
we
got
did at
the
the
keg
music
and
alibi, like the music showcase.
With the keg and the
Okay, that one's a little bit.
with the keg and the.
Where you have to
pump
hold
in
your
it.
foot up.
you, have to, you have to hold your knee on the latch, and then you have
Yeah.
to pump, and then you have to pour. No, I don't think it's that bad, but still.
I thought it was That's pretty funny though. So. Yeah, so my mom come up here. We'll have a pour contest. We'll see who has the best pour. Do like footage, like film it.
The interesting thing is like every beer is different. So the double black, which was
Yeah.
the beer in question, is one of
Yeah.
the most temperamental beers to pour.
And I'm fucking
But
with
then,
you, of course.
well, no, and yes, fuck you. I'm insulted.
Especially when you're like sitting around like kicking the kegs.
Right. shaking it up before
Yeah.
we pour. But then the Pilsner is the exact, like you could pour the Pilsner from 10 feet up and it would just like give you a nice little 1-inch head. Perfect. So, you know, we got to go through the full spectrum of beer to really get see who can pour for real.
Yeah.
Obviously
do
not me.
I can pour them all.
Well, they do pour different. You have a stout to a pilsner; they're gonna pour completely different.
Yeah.
Like,
Right? And like I said, the double black is one of the most temperamental beers we have.
Right. And so I was just fucking with you.
And also, I don't give a shit.
I wanted to see what my mom says. Phone's ringing, dude.
oh God,
Thanks, Donnie.
It's Janelle Smith.
Oh.
Hello, Janelle. How are you?
He's answering the phone
Good.
while we're on the show.
This is
Live.
Broken Trail. What can I do for you?
Wow. Live on the show.
We only do it on Saturdays. We do have the fixings.
We only do it on Saturdays for sure.
We can make one for you.
That's awesome. Yeah, so we're down here. We're at the Broken Trail main room, over here off of Candelaria and Stanford.
Our old stomping ground.
Candelaria
Also,
and Stanford.
This is where we used to do Cards Against the Humanities, and we were supposed to do a photo shoot for Brewers Crew the magazine, and that's why we decided to do this show here. And so all of a sudden, I'd sent them photos, and they kept saying they didn't like them. And then all of a sudden, they were like, "Oh no, actually, we did a layout and we put them in there, and they look great. Never mind." So I'm like, "Well, crap." So I'm all, "Sorry, Matt. I guess we don't need to do that after all." And he goes, "Well, what the fuck? There's no show." And he's like,
He was heartbroken.
I could call the regular bartender. I'm like, "Do you want me to work Saturday for you?" And he had some personal things, and he was like, "Yeah, please, could you work for me? That'd be awesome." So I was like, I was so excited for this show. This was my opportunity at fame and fortune.
"No."
Yeah, but and Chris was like, "No, we don't need to do the show."
And I was like, cancel that.
Yeah.
I don't need you.
Because that's
but-
how Chris talks.
But it was funny though, because he was like,
Boop beep.
"Boop beep beep. No, thank you. Shutting down into pod. Brr." But so then I was like, "Well, guys, it's up to you. Matt wants to do it," and everybody's like, "Well, fuck. Of course it's Matt. We'll do it."
If like if Matt wants to do it, then we'll do it.
Hell yeah.
I'm honored to have you guys for the first live show at Broken Trail. How
Yeah.
cool is this?
You know, I was thinking about that earlier. I'm like, this is legit the first live show here. Like we've done so many like Cards Against Humanities here.
So much,
that-
I mean, and random stuff. We did the live show at your
Yeah.
anniversary.
We did that one.
We've done like
After the
isolated
dunk tank,
stuff,
yeah.
but just a regular show. This is-
Stream. It's Saturday.
Memories.
There's so much shit going on. So it's like, I've meant to finish my story. So then I'm like, well, fuck this. If they're not going to come and photograph us, I'll bring in my own. We'll get our own people. So we have James Faree in the house, and he's taking
Say hi,
photographs
James.
of us.
Oh my
You
God.
want to say hi? What's that?
Hello. We're getting photographed?
Yeah. He's doing professional
That
shots
looked
for us.
Terrible.
Yeah, and you put no makeup
That's
on.
your
James.
fault.
I didn't even put any makeup on. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to.
Bad news.
Well, we got to kind of talk about why, because like I'm kind of in a bad way. James is really in a bad way. He was really late. So we talked about on last week's show there was going to be an escape room, and our friend Marty, it was his birthday, and I was like, well, we're going to do an escape room, and my thing was, first of all, you don't want to fail. You want to get out. You want to get out of the escape room. If you don't know what an escape room is, you've been living under a rock. You pay $25. They lock you up in a room with your friends, and you have 1 hour to get out. And there's like puzzles and tricks and all that. So we talked about this on last week's show, and I was like, if we fail, this was my opinion. If we fail, it's because we have too many people. Sure enough, we didn't fail.
But you had all 8, didn't you?
But you
We
had
had-
too many people?
We had 8. We got out with 25 seconds left. It was like a Michael Bay film.
Was
We're
it like your
go,
heart?
go?
Like was your heart rate like beating?
Yes.
Was you're
100
oh my
miles an
god,
hour.
we gotta like do
Why
this
were
now.
you doing
Yeah,
this at the
what
last?
I was
the hell was
unlock
this?
the lock, unlock the lock.
20 seconds left. I'm gonna make it.
That's not how
Calm
you
down.
unlock
They're like, we didn't make it. I go, oh, we made it.
Sir, it's a dial.
We made it. We made it
We
just
made it all right, kids.
fine.
So I'm not going to ruin anything. Like there's like five escape rooms in town. And
Is there really?
Yeah.
I thought there was just one.
Oh no. The one we went to, there's two of them. So, but the thing that's crazy to me is like I'm thinking it's like let me switch the camera here. I'm thinking it's like here, and it was up here, man. Like on the like the size of what encompassed the whole thing.
Well, this is their new location too, right?
I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I'm thinking like we're going to be in this one room, and that's it. And once we get out of this room, we did it. You know? Oh no, man! It was like 3 rooms deep. There were secret passageways. Like at one point, like there was a. This is the only spoiler I'm gonna do. There was a light bulb with the. there was a thing going.
So is it kind of like Meow Wolf, but escape room status?
So
where you can escape through like the laundry, like
your go-to
the dryer from.
Well, so there was the light bulb with the with the string hanging down. You know, and you pull it and it turns the light off, right? No. So it's like pull the cord, and I pull the cord, and the fucking wall opens. And I was like, what in the shit, man? There you go. Yeah, now I don't feel so lonely, Matt. Thank you.
You know, I want some radio time, some screen time.
Our newest member, Matt Simons.
I got the word I'm an official member. I love you, man.
Guys, I made an executive decision, and Matt Simons is now an official member of 10 Drink Minimum.
I agree with that.
Oh, you got second and third.
You got second and third. Dun, dun, dun.
I said this to Chris before, but like, that's the nicest thing you guys have ever said. Thank you.
And we say a lot of nice things.
And you say a lot of nice things.
No.
Like talking to the mic, you motherfucker.
Yes. So we escaped from the escape room, right? But the biggest problem, I will tell you, was like getting everybody, like there were clues that I never saw the solve of, and then I was like, oh, what about this? And then everybody would be like, yeah, we've already done that. And I'm like, oh. You know, and then I would be like doing a thing and then get done and throw the lock to the side or whatever, and then people were like, oh, what's this key for? I was like, oh, that was for this lock. It's throw it in the thing. So it was one of those things where if you have too many chiefs, not enough Indians, or
so you need to be like really chatty while you're doing this. Hey, I'm doing this right now. Look at the things I'm doing.
Closer to my.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Everybody's like, we'll hold our mics, and then everybody's like over here. So.
I thought I
know when I'm pulling away.
So everybody needs to be really chatty. You need somebody like they give you like a person that like needs to like fill out. Who needs to fill out like the notes? So you need someone who doesn't leave the clipboard in the other room, and then you're like, write this down. They're like, oh, I don't know where the clipboard is.
Someone left the clipboard in the other room?
Of course.
Oh.
So we had this idea, and I actually reached out to a couple of the different proprietors of the different escape rooms. But wouldn't it be cool to do an escape room night at Broken Trail?
That would be cool. Trail. I mean, you have enough passageways that you could do it too.
Right, like you had a couple doors, and you set up a couple of, and we need to work with one of these escape rooms and make this happen.
Yeah,
because
where they like the end of the night is like if you get through, you get your beer. It's like
you get drunk and
weird.
And be grand. You get to have the celebratory beer, and then you
have to drink from this beer bong.
Oh, jeez! Someone has to beer bong this beer, or the door doesn't open.
You hug the still so that like it burns something into your chest.
It burns the map.
Can you
on your
consume
chest.
this 190 proof vodka?
Yes.
At the bottom of the glass is the clue.
I feel bad. The person I feel bad for is the escape room resetter after it's all over. Because, I mean, you're throwing shit everywhere.
Is that like a fluffer?
It's like a fluffer, but for safe rooms, they like have to blow it, you know?
That's just like a prop manager.
Yeah.
There's already people that have that job and
title.
Yeah.
Well, there was literally I guarantee they have story. Well, also they watch you the entire time. Like they have cameras in the room and there's microphones. The guy goes, "So please don't talk trash about me because I can hear every word you're saying." And they're saying in the chat they hear a fundraising idea in the making. with your
Well,
idea.
it's just like the haunting house, like that you would do at like
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Like you have that. If you go to the right one, then you have that one guided person, and it's like, and you kind of like, what is this? If you're not scared, you talk crap. If not,
Yeah.
then you're scared shit, like I am.
The worst though is that loud, obnoxious guy, but he's on the complete wrong track. So he's gaining all the attention. You're like, but dude, you're wrong. You're an idiot.
Yeah,
was me.
he's a completely like vocal person. Is like he's thinking of all the clues. Is like maybe. And it's
Right.
like, no, you're completely fucking wrong. And then you guys all go out this door, and he's like, oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's
next.
the entire time.
Right.
Well,
He's
and
like,
there
"No."
there was a little bit of that because like you would get people that were like coming in like half, you're working on something, and then you have 3 people working on that, and another person come in and be like, so what's this, and then you'd have to just explain everything again. So first there was then they have a little dry erase board outside the room, and they're like, here's how fast someone did it without, because you get 3 clues. This is how fast someone did it without any clues, 35 minutes. This is how fast someone did it with clues, and it was like 38 minutes. It was longer. So first of all, whoever solved that room in 38 minutes with no clues, fuck those people.
How long did it take you guys?
We had 25 seconds left.
25 seconds.
So basically,
25 seconds
the
left.
full hour.
Took it to Pound Town, if you know what I mean.
They wanted their entire money's worth. is
I
what they
wouldn't.
wanted.
Really, they got out in 35 minutes. It was okay. If you saw
Was it
Not a single clue was
Expansiveness.
used for that first person,
no,
and they
did.
just found all the keys to the doors.
This group did it in like 35 minutes with no help from the. So they're watching you, and they'll kind of like if you're close, and they kind of think that you're like you're trying your best, and like you're
You get an E for effort.
You got a little bit of a leeway.
Hold on, I've got to do the quote. Your best. Losers always whine about your best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Carla was the prom queen.
Carla was the prom queen. That's been my ongoing quote for like the last week. The Rock. But they'll kind of nudge you along.
Can I get you another beer, Chris?
Yes, please. Can I have another LPP? That's what I like to call it. Thank you,
Yeah,
Matt.
you know me.
I like
the
so
LPP.
we're in this brewery, and there's a dog behind the bar.
He's bartending, right?
Only in Albuquerque, right? But like, we're in Santa Fe. My bad. So they kind of helped you. They kind of helped us out a couple times. Like they were like, yes, look at the book again. Like, oh, all right. So it was cool. We did it. We got out.
Barely.
Barely. Michael Bay fashion. There was an explosion, and the door blocked us and saved us.
Blocked
Yeah.
us and saved us. Nice.
It blocked you and saved your life at the same time.
Well,
Woohoo!
the door was behind us, and it kept the explosion from killing us. It didn't kill us. It only made us stronger. So that I mean, it was cool. So then last night we meet up with Smiley, and we go do this karaoke at Bose Brothers.
Boozy Brothers, yeah.
So
Wait, they do karaoke at Boise?
no.
No, it was a
So
one-time.
let me tell you about this karaoke. You probably know more about it than I do.
Yeah, it's Baby Kitten.
Okay.
Baby Kitten Karaoke originated here in Albuquerque.
Get the mic right up to you.
It has since blossomed into several different franchises. Am I really that low? All right.
Yeah.
But our friend John Brophy came back to town to do a 505 Baby Kitten. And it was originally going to be over at
It was going to be at Moonlight Lounge,
Moonlight.
but they didn't think there would be enough room.
Yes, exactly. Because it was packed.
Oh, I bet.
It was freaking packed. And my first attempt at a song was rejected.
What?
Why?
How can you
Straight up.
Well, he didn't even tell the whole story. So there's more to the karaoke than just that. So
But
this guy,
still being rejected is the thing. But
Yeah.
so go ahead.
So the guy John Brophy, what's different between his karaoke and anyone else's? He got written up in the New York Times about this. Is he has like all the bangers. He's got "Achy Breaky Heart" and all that crap that people like sing at karaoke shows. But then he has songs that you like. He'll go and get songs. Like he'll go look for songs.
He'll get licensing rights.
Oh, yeah.
If there isn't a karaoke version of a song, he will make it himself because he plays like a ton of different instruments. So he will make the karaoke version of a song. So I mean, he had like deep cut Radiohead hits.
Yeah.
So there's like people that were walking in and they were like looking at the list and they're like, "Holy shit, I've never," and they were like blown away. They're like, "Wow!" So it's like the singer elite karaoke. It's like you're like, "Holy crap, man!" Yeah, it's not going to have like just the hits. It would have like all of OK Computer on it or all of different like albums.
Yeah.
And so he's, that's why he's like, he got written up in the New York Times because he has the karaoke and he has like several books. Like he just kind of like decides like which ones he's going to pull out and do for karaoke. He's like, you know what, tonight I'm going to bring out some real rare cuts, I'm going to get like the Prince B-sides and have the, and you're like, wait, what?
Yep.
And that's his shtick. It's like, holy shit,
And he orchestrates it like it's an orchestra. Like he's seriously like, and this person, like you're not in an actual order.
Yeah.
You're just in an order that he thinks that the songs that
yeah.
you're singing will work together.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because like I was talking to him afterwards, and he was like, "Yeah," he goes, "I'll make it to where," he goes, "if I want to have a certain audience in the karaoke bar, I will pick certain books and do those books only. Like if he doesn't want like the traditional karaoke crowd that does like the Garth Brooks like Friends in Low Places and shit, he won't even have it. He won't even have it there. And then people will come up and they'll be like, "I want to do Achy Breaky Heart," and he'll be like, "Oh, it's not in the book, man."
Right.
But he has it.
Do you have Sweet Home Alabama?
Yeah.
He
Shut the
rejected.
fuck up.
He rejected my first two songs. I was
Why?
like, he's like, "Nah, Smiley, you can do better than this."
Oh yeah, he does. That's the thing too. He's not just like a guy playing music there. He actually like literally was like, "Nah, this crowd doesn't want to hear that."
So we need to get in touch with this guy because we had a.
Oh, he doesn't live here.
Oh damn.
He was just in town for last night.
Yeah,
No, because we had a karaoke experience at our Green Jeans location.
Yeah.
And they would set up on the deck over on Bocadillos, so anybody could play. And this was middle of summer, and our customers would be like, "Can you just close the door? Because this is freaking horrible."
Yeah.
And then poor Santa Fe with and us too with that whole outdoor deck. It's like you can't fit that many people inside to hide from how bad the karaoke was.
Don't tell my heart.
Because they would have it out in the open space.
Yeah, and it was blasting over the entire Green Jeans
Little pavilion,
complex.
yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, good karaoke is good karaoke. And that's
Yeah.
cool.
But
But
if you had that one person, it's like, oh,
horrible.
Well, and there was there was a guy last night.
this was good karaoke.
I don't even know if you were there for this.
I-
This guy did a Michael Jackson song, right? He never looked up to the words, and the whole time he had the microphone, and he did an entire Michael Jackson dance performance while he sang.
I saw that.
The moonwalk and everything?
I saw that.
Oh yeah, everything.
That's awesome.
And then
Oh, yeah.
somebody walked up and they were like, he loves it whenever that song is there. And I was like, I turned to them and I said, you know what? What that guy just did, people paid a lot of money to see an impersonator do lip syncing at Santa Ana Star Center, and that guy just sang and did both. I don't give a fuck if this is his only song and how good he is at it. That was amazing. It was fantastic.
That was his song.
That's actually that's me and Van Halen Jump.
Oh.
World famous.
I'll be like, are we? I'll be like, are we at the Isleta Center? Is David Lee Roth
That
in
was
the
not
room?
a
No,
mic
they-
drop moment.
We actually went when David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar were touring together. I was sitting in the front row, and David Lee Roth was like, and I there's not very many cool stories from my life, but
Okay.
this is one of them. And he's like, do you want to sing?
Yeah, right.
And I'm like,
Are you shitting me?
I am kidding you not. Sitting in the
Oh.
front, and David Lee Roth is like, yeah, you can sing this shit. I'm like,
Okay, speaking of that, right before I left my house to come over here, I posted a video on my Facebook of a Foo Fighter show.
I actually, I was in the pisser and I saw this. This was,
Dude.
oh, wow.
So this kid is in the front row, and he has the Gene Simmons Kiss makeup on.
Okay.
And
A Dave Grohl show.
at a Dave Grohl show. Well, Dave Grohl's a big metalhead, and he's like, I'm sorry. He goes, I keep staring at this guy. I'm gonna bring him up on stage. So he brings this guy up on stage. He has full long black hair, Kiss makeup, and he's like, look at this fucking guy, and everybody's like cheering, and they're going nuts. And the guy goes, can I play your guitar? And he's like, can you play the guitar? And he goes, yeah. He goes, can you play? And he whispers the song to him, and he goes, yeah. And so he takes the guitar off, hands it to the guy, and he goes, all right. And the drummer's like, 1, 2, 3. And they go right into Monkey Wrench. And this fucking guy goes to town on the guitar. And
He's wailing on
He
it.
plays Monkey Wrench, and then he starts, and like they even like do the solo breaks, and he like goes to town. He's like doing solos and stuff. And Dave Grohl and starts running on the stage, like to the different areas, like playing. And Dave Grohl's just like, wow, like what the shit, man. It is, like it almost seems like not real.
If you get that one time, why not just milk it?
Well, and that goes back to the Who. Whenever Keith Moon overdosed on drugs on stage,
Which time?
and passed out, and fucking it was one of those things where you're like, well, that's terrible, and it's like, well, it happened so many times that Pete Townsend was like, does anybody else know these songs? And a guy in the crowd yelled, I do, and they brought him up, and the guy played drums for the rest of the concert, all the parts.
While Keith Moon was
I
just
want to
passed
say,
out
like,
on
wasn't
the
it?
ground.
I think it was CCR that when the lead singer died, and the guy that took over.
No,
was,
Leonard Skinner.
Skinner. Yeah, was like a fanboy, and you're like, this.
Well, it was his brother.
No, okay. Well, then somebody else. It was like, this is a total fan contest.
Journey.
Oh, Journey.
Okay.
It was Journey.
So Journey, what you're talking about is the Journey thing. So the lead singer of Journey had to have hip surgery, and the band's like, well, we want to tour anyway. And so they found a guy that was like singing Journey songs on YouTube.
Sounds exactly,
It sounds
like
exactly
him.
like Steve Perry.
Yeah.
And it's like, and he's like Filipino. It's like the Filipino Steve Perry.
It's like
Just a small town girl.
Steve Perry's like wet dream. He's like, that's what I want to be like. Damn it!
And
They
now Steve
replaced
Perry's-
me with Better Me.
It went better me. Yay. All fun. Yeah, that's, I mean, like, that's, like, those are, like, so the guy from the Who thing, you can look him up. He has, like, a Wikipedia page, and it, like, tells, like, the rest of his life what happened to him. And I'm like, how do you go and play drums for the Who in a concert?
VH1. Where are they now?
Where are they now? That's where I just go to a bar.
Two episodes.
I'm just waiting to the side, and they're like, the bartender's down. Does anybody know how to do anything? I'll be all, I could pour some beers.
I can do it.
I'm in. It's like, man, that would be great. Is that what happened to you, man? Is that how you got your shot?
This was it. Like, I'm like, just go down, man. Go down. Let me go in and bartend, bro. Put me in the team. Put me in the game, coach.
I can do it, coach. I can drink, man. And they're like, well, we actually don't want you to drink.
Well,
No, I can.
It's kind of funny, but you were there a couple weeks ago. We had our reintroduction of the Bloody Mary brunch
Oh,
at
yeah,
our
it was.
Uptown location, and I actually ended up bartending that day.
Oh, that's correct, yeah.
And you bartend here, and it's a mellow crowd. It's usually, we're not aching to get drinks out the door. Green jeans can be hopping, right? Like green jeans.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But the fact of the matter is the bar space behind Green Jeans is about 5 square feet.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I have gotten this in my head that I'm a pretty badass bartender,
By the
having
way-
worked at Green Jeans once in a while.
By the way, that's normal. 5
Well-
square feet for
Well, right. Well,
behind the bar.
Uptown is very tight, but it's a very
Yeah.
big space. And I was the only bartender, and then once everybody left, and
This is a kitchen.
this is huge. This
Yeah.
is not an efficient space. But like, again, it's slow.
Yeah.
And I'll slowly mellow over to the bar. But at Uptown, we were hopping, and I was by myself, and we had this table outside that they were ordering drinks, but cashing out after every round, and so I'd have to run outdoor.
Why?
Well, because apparently I'm allowed to be a dickhead when I'm a bartender and tell them to fuck off.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, that's fine. Let me run your credit card again for this one drink.
Jesus.
And then I got to go back and get the presenter because I'm run out. But it's a big space, and I'm running back and forth. And I must have walked 10 miles that day. I had my pedometer on.
Oh, wow. Nerd.
I'm kind of,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And
did I get my
but it was a humbling experience because at Green Jeans, you're like, you turn around and you have everything right there.
But did you get your steps in?
But I got my steps in. I got my
10,000.
$25 from Virgin Miles, and
That's an inside joke. I know that. I know that. That's.
I know where you work.
He did that. He did that joke for me. Thank you. And another guy here.
You're welcome.
Actually, both of those guys.
Yep.
That was pretty good. Thank you. Sometimes doing a joke for like just a small crowd is enough, you know.
God knows I can't make jokes for big crowds.
Oi, oi, baranga.
Hey, that's our job.
Speaking of jokes,
Hooah.
Uptown, we've got a comedy show tonight.
Oh, really?
What?
I don't know any of the details. Mike,
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Hey,
they just booked the event on Thursday.
what was like? What?
Really?
Yeah, they came to me on Thursday like, "Are we good to do this?" And I said, "Sure."
Albuquerque's first annual Puff Puff Laugh Comedy Showcase. $5? They're charging money to get in?
So
Are you
they're
getting
saying.
something from that?
Is that
Okay.
for their
I
puff
know.
puff?
I know one of the people on there, and she's actually decent. Yes,
Who is it?
Caitlin. She's actually decent. Yeah. So she's pretty raw though. It's going to be pretty raw.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy raw. She's going to do Eddie Murphy raw verbatim. Just kidding. She's not. But that'd be hilarious. Like shoe throwing mamas. I remember when I was wow. I don't know if I should go into this rabbit hole. You ever like go? Should I go into this rabbit hole? Like, how old are you, Matt?
Usually, I find myself 5 feet down the rabbit hole before
So-
I realize it's a bad call. I'm 37.
37. Okay. So I'm 43-ish. I'm
Plus or
43.
minus.
I'm plus or minus. So my question to this is
Oh, are we like changing around our ages?
No.
because that's cool.
no.
I'm down with that.
I'm 43. So when I was a kid, like there was, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have all that stuff. So, you had to kind of like, there was if someone has something and you want to hear it and you go to their house or, hang out or whatever. So Eddie Murphy Raw and Eddie Murphy Delirious were like the big comedy albums.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
I just
he was
remember-
dressed in leather.
Well, that was Raw. But I just remember when I was a kid, dribbling my basketball. We had our boombox. We had like a double tape deck boombox outside.
A double deck. That is something kids today do not get.
know.
A double decker.
Yeah, and we had Eddie Murphy.
How else do you dub your cassettes, dude?
Right?
And like right now, like you're gonna go on Netflix and you're gonna watch like the Dave Chappelle one, and you're gonna watch it once. You're gonna laugh, whatever. When I was a kid, we listened to Eddie Murphy Delirious like so many times.
You would ruin the tape.
You'd run the tape.
Yes.
And
Tape
you
would
would do
run out.
you would do the lines. Like you knew verbatim the jokes.
But you laughed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I think that's the difference to today.
You
is,
ain't got
like, you,
no McDonald's 'cause you under welfare,
Damn it, I think I have some customers.
All right. Do you hand this over? People are walking in. They actually want to drink here.
Customers.
Interesting. Hi, folks. We're doing a live web show. There's the bartender. That's awesome.
All the things are happening. Oh God.
So
Oh God. Right.
answer that one. Answer the phone. That's awesome. So James just answered the phone for Matt. Yeah. James is answering questions.
You can bring your own fruit.
Yes. Yes.
No problem. Thank you.
I think they were asking about. So you just said, "Hey Matt, is outside food allowed at the tap room in
I already said it was all right.
up in yeah?" They asked if he had a kitchen, and he said no. And they said, "Can we bring our own food?" And he said, "Yeah." So cool.
Wait, are you second guessing my
As we're already like,
Have you even been to
the
this
phone
one?
call's already
Do you-
over. There's
do
no
you-
way to change it.
Right. See,
There you go.
You realize I used to own my own bar.
but they have. Have you been to the location where they actually have different?
yes,
Oh, okay.
and I've brought my own food there.
To the
No one else cares.
no not the green jeans one, the other one.
The
He has a
fucking
new
pig.
one.
Up in the Heights on
Up in the
Lomas and
Heights.
Louisiana.
Up in- yeah.
Lomas and Manal.
Midtown.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
Louisiana and Manal. not
Right. It's
Lomas.
next to Chipotle.
I did not know that.
That's what they were asking. And like Pork and Fig pays him not to allow outside food.
Well, I made an executive
That's okay.
Well,
decision.
you know what? I
James,
honestly don't
I'm
think
not
Fork
mad
and
at
Fig has any right to.
He told me to
but
answer the phone.
No, it's fine.
Until legit Fork and Fig says that you can't.
That
then-
was funny. And the lawsuit will say, no, I'm just kidding. That
If they don't have, oh my God, what if they have a kitchen there?
oh no,
They
they
don't.
They don't.
They don't.
No,
All
no,
right.
it's actually nice. If you go up to the Uptown location, he's actually made the bar himself, and it's like it's a representation of like the Rio Grande River, and then it's all lacquered over so you can kind of see the river, and it's like bumpy and everything. It's really nice. It's really cool. I mean, you're not going to slide. You know, how, like in the movies, they used to like slide down the beer and then you would catch it at the last moment. You're never going to do that because it's like got.
Because it would do like flips.
Oh yeah, and
and stuff.
spray beer everywhere. Yeah, yeah. You don't want to ever do that.
It'd be like a ski ramp.
Ever do that. Do we have anybody? Oh yeah, we have some people in the chat. We haven't scared everyone off, so welcome to the live show here at the Broken Trail main room.
Are we doing second welcomes now?
We're welcoming new people because some new people just came into the chat, so they're probably like, "What is this rambling?"
Oh yeah, it is not very concise.
So I had a friend that was like, "What time did you go to sleep last night?" And I was like, "Well, why do you ask?" They're like, "Well, your Snapchats were like 4:30 in the morning."
Is that just when they were checking them?
That's yeah.
Yeah.
They checked them. They checked them today, and they were at like 4:30 in the morning.
According to my Lyft receipt, I got home at 8:14.
Billy's back on the show.
I think the Lyft receipt did come up to like 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was there.
Wow, guys.
I did,
Well, when you're like,
and you got to think like, well, because you know, what with us being like well beyond the party age.
yeah,
That's
wow. guys.
But no, like Smiley, what, like 8 o'clock?
8:14 is when
yeah.
I got home.
Well, Billy and I left at like 5 a.m. and people are like, "Man, how are you? Like, what do you guys? Hard."
And that
part-"
was just
like,
leaving like that
I know-
person's house.
Here's what I think people think we do. Like they think about like movies where they see like hard partying. And there's like people doing cocaine like all over like mirrors and like cutting up like weed on a record or whatever. I mean, this is the 70s apparently. But here's the real truth.
I don't even drink coffee.
Here's the real truth of what it was. We were all taking sips out of Smiley's New Mexico Film vodka water because we didn't have any other booze.
Oh my God! No, Stu and I took a Uber to get our booze from the fridge and bring it back.
Right. Then we get the beer back, and here's the hard partying us. We play 4-player Mario Kart until about 5 in the morning. Whenever he broke out like snacks, and we ate snacks, and we were all excited about those snacks.
Sausage. It was awesome.
Sausage.
I don't know. I'm not against the idea of people thinking that like we're
The hard partying ways.
like that we're cutting cocaine off somebody's like.
Yeah. Strippers everywhere.
Yes,
there's
off
like
strippers.
There's like lights flashing and stripper poles, and the reality is I'm like hey, my controller, like whenever I move it, the cart moves.
This
like,
controller's
well,
fucked up. It's fucked up, guys.
yeah, and I was like, that's why you keep winning. And he's like, well, we'll change that after the next race. Can we change it now? No, it has to be after the next. Okay, whatever.
No. That was actually
A conversation.
a concern because you couldn't change it in between. Like you had to do it in between races.
But people are like, oh, I thought they were hard party animals. No. We're nerds. We're playing Mario Kart till 5 a.m.
8 a.m. and
8 a.m. Yeah.
And
And I think I verbally yelled at John for getting an Airbnb. It's like I just didn't want to.
Broken Trail. This is Chris.
I actually want to hear this conversation.
We have 3 locations. Which location are you thinking about? Yeah, that's actually at our Uptown location. It's right next to Chipotle. Yeah, on Louisiana and Manal. It's right next to Chipotle. There's Fork and Fig, and it's like right
Filling
there.
station.
It's right by the mall. Yeah. There's a $5 cover, and it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comedians. Yeah, and we serve beer and we have mixed drinks as well because we're a brewery and a distillery. It starts at 8 p.m. and it goes to 11 p.m. Yep.
I wish we can
Hey, man, no problem. I'm happy to help.
he's on a
Thanks a
service
lot.
call. All right.
Bye-bye.
See, I work in retail, and
How
there's
much fun is that, dude?
That is amazing. That was so fun. And I'm so glad you gave me this thing because everything you needed was on this little flyer.
I would have changed up the
It's Charlie
greeting.
Brown.
I'd be like, thank you for calling Broken Trail on Stanford. This is Billy. How can I be of service? And they'd be like,
That's amazing.
what's going on in Manal? It's like, well, sir, we have a comedy show.
Oh, that
going
guy
on."
was already lit, too. He was so drunk. He's like, is this the right location for, the comedy show, man? I was like, no, actually, that's our Uptown location. And he just was like, oh, where's that at? I was like, it's next to the Chipotle. And he goes, I go, next to Fork and Fig. And he goes, and I go,
Well-
next to the mall. And he goes, oh, yeah, okay.
Well, mind you, it is a weed
Oh my god.
themed comedy night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
says
I imagine
puff,
he's
puff,
already
laugh.
had, at least
So that one, yeah.
I don't know what
Well, I mean,
what a ratio, like he had a
You're
joint.
saying,
Yeah, you're good.
what
you're
do
good.
you said it was a mead, comedy?
It's
night?
puff, puff, laugh,
Mead?
yeah.
Wait, what?
Mead, like honey-based.
Oh.
Honey-based
I think you turned down
alcohol?
Matt's.
What?
Honey-based wine.
Talking that one again, Matt?
It was a
Hello,
mead,
hello.
There you go,
like
yeah.
comedy night.
Oh yeah, so
Well,
so
it's the weekend of 420, so everything
Is that
based-
this weekend?
Oh my God, it's a shocker!
Oh my God, I didn't even know. I thought it was Earth Day weekend.
I've got to. Okay, guys.
thought it was
it is-
Shark Week.
it is
It's
Earth
the
Day
same
weekend.
fucking
Oh, guys,
thing.
I forgot about this. Matt's here, so we have somebody special. I haven't seen the movie. Billy hasn't seen the movie. You guys haven't seen the movie. Matt saw Super Troopers 2, and he's going to give us his review.
Yes!
Wait,
Yes! Oh wait, how the fuck did you do that?
I was
saw
in
it
the
last
first
night.
one.
I saw it on 419 actually.
Oh,
on
you did?
Thursday night.
Hey,
Can you please give us your review, Matt?
Okay, my official review. I can't remember a freaking thing.
so you bought the ticket.
So,
You show what was the pre-gaming like?
Can we hear this story?
so I heard their cast and crew. Like I was at the cast and crew party when they were doing Beer
no
Fest.
shit. Like
Beer Fest?
Okay, Broken
When they did
Lizard
Beer
are my
Fest, not the
freaking
Broken Lizard.
Heroes.
They are. They're
Um,
mine too.
Okay, good. You and I are on the same page then.
Yes.
Yeah. We're not talking to anybody else.
I know. I love them. I
No,
love that show.
Seriously,
I've seen Club
I want
Dread.
to do a Ram's Piss beer.
Oh man.
Just, but I want their permission. I want their blessing before I do it.
You will totally get it.
No, seriously. Oh, I just.
I legit think you'll. No, sorry for
Okay,
me
we're
to be
gonna work on
positive,
this.
but you will
and
think
I are
it.
gonna
Yes.
we're gonna get Ram's Piss made. Okay.
After
Deal.
podcast fuel.
After, yeah, we're not right. Yeah.
Well, you've got
Hold
podcast
on,
fuel.
I'm making some Rams piss.
I mean, I get it. It speaks to like to people who are like, oh, that's from that movie. But then like somebody who hasn't seen the movie, they'd be like, why is
Why
that?
do you have Rams piss on your menu? But it's one of those things like if you don't get it, you don't deserve to have the beer.
Yeah. If you can't handle me at my Rams piss, then you don't deserve me at my.
The backstory behind me getting completely wasted, there was some emotional crap going on and before the movie, and so I ended up at Uptown
Oh, all right.
drinking
I didn't
pregame.
mean to bring up old
No,
shit.
no, it's cool. But then I brought a flask of Tres Pistolas bourbon into the movie.
Wait a second. That's against the rules.
I brought a flask of water
There
into
you
the
go.
movie.
New Mexico film water.
I hope that's true. I
Yeah.
hope that's true.
And so my buddy Daryl was here earlier, and he was there at the movie with us, and I've known Daryl since high school. He's seen me in my best and my worst, and he's like, I've never seen you that drunk.
Wow.
That's really. I woke up the next morning completely fucking wasted, and I sent him like, was the movie funny?
What did he say?
He says it was okay. So the official review, I think, has got to be mixed. I think it's got a 1 thumbs up out of 2.
Really?
Because I laughed,
But you were.
but I don't remember. And he told me, meh.
Yeah, I saw some Rotten Tomato scores, and I was kind of like,
Is the first Super Troopers like a freaking
let's see.
high?
Well, and that'd be the key is what's the Rotten Tomato score on the
Yeah,
original?
'cause,
Because
like,
it bombed in theaters.
Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
Worst Rotten Tomatoes score. Funniest movie
I
ever.
love that
Yeah.
movie. I love that movie. So let's go. We'll find out. We have the technology.
Have to
Only
go.
we connected you to the internet earlier.
Thank you, Matt. For
If
that.
only we can get into a library somewhere and
No.
find
Does
out.
anybody have an access to a video encyclopedia?
Oh my God! Like my parents still have encyclopedias at the house,
But that video.
and it's just for aesthetic purposes, really. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, there's a lot of books on the shelves,
We read apparently.
but it's old ass encyclopedias from the
Okay.
80s.
Wow. This is astounding. I don't want you to see this. This is astounding. The critics scored Super Troopers 1 35%.
Which is a bad score.
Dare they?
The critics scored Super Troopers 2 35%.
Really?
Oh, sweet.
Wow.
The
It's gonna be
same
just-
35
it's gonna be
people
just
went
as
and
epic,
love it,
yes!
and I am one of those people.
Now let's go to the audience. We got now the more important is the audience though.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, you
That's-
know what? Like, I partied with them when they did Beer Fest.
Yeah.
Like, they were in town and they did
Oh,
a
good.
whole
I-
shebang. And
James is in Beer
Bullshit.
Fest.
You actually
I am-
partied
I
with
am-
them.
I did.
Jesus.
I went to their after party.
He's
You
in
are
the
my
party
new
scene.
favorite person on the planet.
When they're
James
chugging
is in
beers.
Beer Fest.
No, and I have quite a few friends that have been in Beer Fest.
Now, better
We need
question.
to make Rams piss
now they
happen.
but they want to make a pot fest. They don't want
Yes.
to do another second version
Right.
of Beer Fest. They want to do
I'm talking
pot
about an
fest.
actual beer. I don't care about like Podfest. Cool, like that's great. We need to make Rams piss beer.
And
Well,
when are
then
we going to do
we
Beer
can do
Fest?
that
Yeah.
movie.
When are we going to do Beer Fest?
Beer games.
I'll close the doors right now.
We'll do this shit right now.
Right? Hey, I will monkey chug.
I don't give a fuck. I'll go, okay, what is it? What is the line from Grandma's Boy? He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'll go to the Looney Bin with you.
It is a good movie.
He's like, because he walks in, he goes, give me the Frankenstein stuff, give me the deer stuff. He's like, oh hell yeah, man. He's like, I'll do it too. We'll go to the Looney Bin together.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. It's like, oh man. So let's go to the people. So Beer Fest won 90% audience score.
Yeah. That seems right.
That seems right. Littering in.
Because it was
Super
hilarious.
Troopers 2, though. Let's see.
All right.
63% audience score.
They
But
weren't stoned enough.
But do we need to say that maybe...
Well, it's opening weekend, and
Yeah.
based on what I was told, I remember 63% might actually be closer to
And you know what? I can handle 63%.
I'll watch a 63% movie.
I'll still go see it in the theater, probably.
Do you want to take me?
Because you don't remember.
Because I don't actually remember what I saw.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Thanks, bro.
date night.
Date night. Did you go to? Okay.
I will not bring.
I'm trying to help you here. Did you go to one of the theaters with the recliner?
I don't know.
So yes.
They were very comfortable chairs. It was the new Winrock Theater.
Yeah. No, you didn't then.
The Icon? No, it's not the Icon.
There's two in town.
No,
that
not
have
the
it.
Icon Cinema.
Icon
It was the
Cinema.
UA.
No,
Icon
it's the new
Cinema.
IMAX.
Well,
Yeah.
Is the one right next to the Winrock.
Icon has the seats that completely lay down.
Yeah.
So you can take a nap.
Yes.
And
Or
then
have
you
sex.
have
That would not have been good for me.
Well, and see, I went to the one on Unser and Southern, and it's like almost like a 4D experience. Like the entire your seat, if you reserve it right, it moves throughout the entire movie.
Oh.
That would
Oh,
not
one
have
of
been good
those?
for me either.
I had that during with the latest
Yeah.
Star Wars. Absolutely amazing. But the one the Winrock one is it's just IMAX. It's just
Okay.
a massive screen is all you get.
Right.
Oh wow.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I don't think that the pre-release of Super Troopers 2 was on the big screen.
It wasn't at the D box
Okay.
either.
I think it was just on the regular screen.
So then there's another recliner theater, and that's the Century Rio on I-25.
That was kind
The
of the
24,
original
yeah.
in Albuquerque.
yeah, but they've gone through and they don't do the lay down.
No,
it just
it's
reclines.
just
It's like a,
what's
it's like a
weird
recliner.
though is like every other row, half the rows are like the 1/4 recliner, and but then the other row has the love seat.
Oh yeah.
So you can't recline and make
Well,
love
that's so you can get
at
a nice,
the same time.
So you can get an HJ while you're watching the film. You know? We all know what that's for. Just saying. I'm just saying, Albuquerque. Anyway, we want to have the mayor on. No, I'm just kidding.
Here's into rock.
Everybody knows what's happening
Been
there.
in contact with him. He's
Yeah.
very busy.
Oh, he said no, huh? He goes, 10 drink minimum. No. Did he really?
I talked to him while my mom was in town. Yes,
And he said nope.
he said if he can fit it in his schedule.
Oh, then no. You heard it here first, folks. The mayor turned us down
very nicely,
very nicely. That's fine. I get it.
and
So-
kept it on the horizons.
Can I say,
Oh.
speaking of mayors, like a mayor candidate, Gus, whatever his name was?
Ferrati or
Gussington?
Gus
Gussington.
Ferrati.
Am I wrong?
Gussie.
Am I wrong to think that he's now working at Marble?
I saw someone that looked like him, yeah.
Am I so?
I don't know. There was a
He-
lot of guys that looked like that.
He had a shield and he had the hair, like curly hair and everything, and it looked exactly like Gus, who just ran for mayor. I'm like,
I want
so
the
you
phone.
went from running for mayor to busing.
I want the phone to ring again.
Right?
That
You know
shit
what?
is awesome.
I have issues with
Please
your
call
initial
in.
delivery or like
Like
the greeting itself.
Billy
I-
needs
Are you shitting? I answer the phone like 20 times a day at my work.
to prove his
I
customer
go-
service skills.
I
go,
am awesome.
I
The thing
go-
is, before my current job, I used to work at UPS.
Uh-huh.
And the only reason I had that job that I
Okay.
had was because I could calm down the most
Okay.
irate customer ever.
Oh, I'm that guy at my work, and everybody. Okay, the guy who's doing the photographs. You ask him, they laugh. Watch. Hey, James, how funny is it when I talk to customers on the phone sometimes? Watch. Yeah. Oh yeah. Watch. Get this guy in the mic. So how well do I handle people on the telephone?
Pretty well.
Yeah. Put that mic right up there. Say it again.
Pretty well.
Yeah. So they'll call, like the one thing that we hate at work is like you'll call someone and you're like, hey, this is Chris with the blah, 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 and I got a ticket for you, and please call me back at this phone number. And we give them all the information. So then they'll come back and they're like, oh, this isn't fixed yet. Well, I want it fixed. And they'll call back into the main number rather than call us back. So then they page us, which we hate. No one likes that. So my answer to that is I'll call them back. I'll be all, this is Chris. I got an emergency page from this number, and they're like, well, it wasn't an emergency. I'll be like, I just ran upstairs. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, so what's going on? And they're like, oh man, well, it's nothing important. I mean, you could do this later. I just didn't know. And I was like, oh, well, I called and left a message. And they're like, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, I didn't know it was going to be that kind of thing. And he's in the other thing, laughing. And he's like, and I didn't even, I don't even do it. I just, got so tired of it. I was like, fuck this. I'm going to call these people back and I'm going to fuck with it. And I do that shit all the time. So
it's priceless.
There are some things, we'll say on the phone, and you're just you're sitting in the other cubicle and you're like, did he just say that out loud? He said that to the guy.
I'm allowed to actually say that.
I just ran upstairs.
Okay, so there's a weird fucked up fact about me. Nothing gives me more joy than to have an old entitled lady from the Heights just yell at you and and I try to. Thing is,
Billy, I want to apologize for my mom ahead of time, and probably after the fact too.
And you're in the perfect spot for that.
It's what brings. The thing is I would say it's added years to my tenure at this company that I work with, just because I get to deal with
So you worked with it when it was on Wyoming and Montgomery, yes?
Yes.
Oops.
Isn't it
some sort of fetish?
One or two blocks up?
You might.
It's legit.
Not that much.
It's legit worse, isn't it? From being Wyoming and this place and this place and this place.
And you're further up in the Heights. Listeners, Tendring Nation, if you're not familiar with the Heights, it's just awful.
I moved
I'm just joking.
I moved myself out of there as soon as I could.
So I'm moving on down.
I am joking.
I'm moving on down
fine.
instead of moving on up. I moved on down.
You moved on down to downtown.
I would go on to say that because Smiley mentioned a fetish. I don't know if I had some
why else would you be there,
entitled lady just super pissed off, I would need that to get off.
You're
actually.
This is the
She's
best.
all, I want to talk to the manager. I am the manager.
25 seconds left in the escape room.
he just went to lunch. He's like,
Show.
that is unacceptable.
25 seconds.
Chappelle show, dog. Chappelle show.
And I was like, oh man, I just wish I could rub my nipples right now while you're.
You're like this. You have them ripped open. You're like, oh yeah. So why are you angry? Yeah.
But is it an official policy for said company that
Can
you
I
can't
not
put your
help
finger
you?
in, you can't touch your pants while talking to customers?
Of course,
Can
but
I help
that's
you?
unfortunate.
I'm saying having them just lose their shit in front of me. It's oh yeah,
They're gonna go fly a drone outside. Those nerds. Sorry.
All I'm saying is I deal with a lot of that in my work.
I want to watch the drone fly, by the way.
It comes to the point where okay, so there's nothing I can really do for them, which is awesome.
Is there ever a time where someone calls in and you're like, so you're angry? They're like, well, no, I'm not that mad. You're like, oh, you're not mad? Are you sure?
Oh my God, have I instigated more?
Can I help you out?
And you're like, that's supposed to be cheaper than that. They sold you that at an inflated price. You know that, right?
Absolutely nothing I can do
And
for
did
you.
you get the daily
you can't get a
50%
refund.
coupon that you're entitled to at
It's
said?
your coupon is not pulling up. I wish there was something I could do.
If they would have given you the refund originally, you would have got it, but I can't do it. I can't do it retroactively. That's fucked, though, because it was $20 off. And they're just
okay, so I was dealing with somebody in the slower months. There are times when I'm called to do other jobs at my work, and
Are these in the alley?
one of them dealt with
Billy,
a
don't wanna hear
refund.
about your
So I had to
other work.
approve some refunds, even that I don't even rework registers.
Yeah.
And so she didn't have a receipt, and
Oh, God.
and I was like, well, I can put this 29 cents on a gift or a
29 cents.
Wow.
and then she just had nothing.
I wouldn't waste my fucking time for 29 cents to
Billy
fucking...
saw-
The credit card
How
fees
can
are
I
going to
help
be
you?
20 cents.
Exactly. So I mean, said so. She goes off on this tangent of like, I thought you were a Christian store,
Oh my gravy!
and I was like, oh, okay.
I would have told her, I go, ma'am, let me tell you what you could have done with this product instead. Take the product that you're going to save 29 cents on, take it out in the country, shoot it with a gun, film it, don't forget to film it, put it on YouTube, probably make that 29 cents back. I'd watch that.
I would watch that.
I'd watch that shit. Watch me shoot stuff from this store in slow motion. You put anything in slow motion, if it says guy going to the bathroom in slow motion, I'd be like, ooh, what's this going to be?
I guess it's like, I don't know. Like I see a lot of media, like a lot of viral videos of just like, what is that show? Like the Housewives show, and they're just like so upset over something. Actually, like that's that's entertainment to me.
Yeah. Are you angry? Good. Billy's like, that's why I don't understand. Like, so of the two of us, I watch the terrible TV with the drama. Billy doesn't. I'm like, wow, you like people yelling. This is fucking yelling and angry. They're like always pissed off and shitty drama shows.
Well,
like
you know,
reality shows.
I think Vine, the app that came out like 3 years ago, killed my attention span.
Oh yeah.
And so like even Snapchat, like it's like Snapchat's too long. Even
wow.
YouTube videos are fucking too long.
It's like, hey, 6 seconds. Let's
Snapchat. Too long.
Too long.
Too fucking
Fine. 5 seconds, too fucking
They're
long.
like, hey,
And we're
hey.
right back to our 25-second end to the...
You expect me to like
And
watch
we're
your
back.
15-second Instagram
I want to know
video?
what your sex life is like. You're like, talk dirty to me, and
No.
she's like, I overpaid for this. This is bullshit. You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
I know I get satisfied, but I'm like, oh yeah. Foreplay and bullshit? No.
I thought this was a Christian source.
I don't even know if I should be talking to you. Is there somebody else I can talk to?
There's nobody
yeah,
else.
Keep it up, yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking
dirty
A.
to me.
She's like,
I don't know if it's a bad thing, like, or
God,
wrong
it's
thing.
already
If
been
you're
2.5
delaying, or if
minutes.
it's taking that fucking long for you to get that person off, is like something's wrong.
I usually come here and I've never had service this bad. Oh, keep it up. Oh yeah.
I was
Oh
like,
my
just,
god.
Just tell me you're never going to shop here again. Just tell me so I can just nut, please.
The service was crap.
And then she's like, "Do you?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, say it. Do you? No. Oh yeah, come on. Do you know who I am? Oh, done. Oh god.
That was great. That was
Yeah,
great.
thanks.
It's like, you do know who I am. How dare you?
That'd be
She
awesome.
never talks to you again.
Say it. Do you know
She
who I am?
just like marches off. It's like, fuck
The
you.
goal in this case is to have the Billy Belmont rule put into the company manual. Thou shalt not blow your load on the customer's face.
I'm so lucky.
Please say you know the owner. Please say you know the owner.
Please say you know somebody here.
say
Please.
their name.
Holy fuck.
Say my name. Say my name.
Bazinga.
Tell me you're going to
No
go
one
to our
is
competitors
around
right
you,
now.
say, baby. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Tell me that you've worked in this industry for so many years. That's what I want to hear. Oh my god, yes.
That's one of the things I get is like, do you know this person or do you know this? I'm like, yes, I've slept with all of them.
I want to.
Yes.
I don't know if the listeners like this show. This has been my favorite show.
It's like, what gets Billy? Okay, so now we know what gets
It has been
Billy
a pretty
off.
good show. Not gonna lie, like I've had a couple of people text me. It's like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, I don't know, but we're just talking.
I really hope
Oh, and
someone
this one,
else
people
calls
still
in.
ask you what the hell's
Yeah.
going on.
And
Yeah.
not call into the show, but like call into the bar.
Yes, and you know what? That's my next. That is my
That
next
needs to
step.
be a regular. I'm gonna pipe the phones over to your cell phone,
Yeah.
Chris.
I mean,
That is my next step is to have the
thank you for
phones
calling
like
Broken
going
Trail.
this way,
I'm Chris. How may I help you today?
and then have it like plugged in so you can hear the other side. Oh,
I'll be all,
oh, yes.
And then I'll be like,
Thank you for calling Love Lines. This is Chris.
and they'll be, yeah, thank you for calling Broken Trail. My name is Chris. How may I help you? Oh, you want to know about that? Hold on a second. No. Use the axe.
I was like, we can't leave the 90s, so we have to have
I'm
our
sorry,
phones
sir. I didn't mean
plugged
to.
in.
No, one. You're getting the blood everywhere. Sorry,
Dial
sir.
1 if you're about
mean
to
to leave
axe
you hanging
murder
on
your
the phone,
child.
sir.
Sorry, sir. We're finishing this conversation. Oh God.
There we go. Almost had an incident.
We're good.
But it's like dial 1 if you're about to axe murder your family. Dial 2 if you're about to
Dial 2 if you're angry
Dial
about your
3.
service at a local hobby store.
Yes.
If you're what is I'm having a very much of a brain fart. So like the serial killer, like Michael, like the
Halloween.
yes,
Thank
Halloween.
you for calling Soul Train.
But shut up. But Michael, like we don't know his last name. It's just Michael with the
Yes,
skate
you do.
mask.
It's called Michael Myers.
There you go. So it's like thank you for calling like Michael Myers like machine. You're about to be killed in about 5 seconds. Or like thank you. You're about
3,
to be
2.
Right.
1.
One.
It's like thank you for calling. You're about to be called.
Hey.
You're about to be killed in like 10 minutes.
Hello. Thank you for calling Broken Trail. This is Chris. Holy hold on a second, sir. I have to put you on hold.
Or you have the
Like,
chainsaw massacre, dude.
Put the blanket over it. Salt.
Just
the
salt.
lotion in the basket.
Yeah.
Put the fire out.
machete down.
Baking soda.
Yeah. Put a blanket on it. That's grease. That's grease.
Oh God, we're done. Run!
Sir, we can't take your call at this time.
Oh man, do you get that many phone calls?
Dude, 90% of my phone calls I don't even answer.
Hold on, you talking that microphone?
90% of my phone calls I don't
There you
even
go.
answer.
There you go.
That's why I'm so glad.
Do you
I'm
really?
good. No, dude, we've been calling to ask for your money for the last 3 months. Well, yeah, but I don't answer the phone.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have it.
answer those either.
Well, we tried emailing you. I don't
I
check
don't.
my
I
email.
don't get
Sorry.
those either.
My email's
Order
broken.
computers.
I just like
It goes
the
through
fact-
my office.
So I just love the fact you handed me this flyer for this comedy show, and literally the guy calls and he's like, everything he's like, do you know how much it costs? I was like, $5. And he's like, do you know what time it's at? I was like, 8 p.m.
The part that like the secret is out. You know how like what my job is.
Yeah.
You can do what I do.
Yeah, pretty much. I can pour the beer. I just
I've
can't
run
mix
my
drinks.
own bar. I just don't know how to actually make my own booze.
We need
There
to
we go.
we need to like collaborate here
Yeah.
because I don't know how to operate a bar,
Yes. but
I know how to make my own booze.
Nice.
This actually sounds
Interesting. And that,
good
guys,
idea.
is how. And that, guys, is how
I want to
America
know what
ended.
love is.
That's how America ended that day.
no. America ended with prohibition.
Pretty much.
And then Smiley and Matt came back.
You think and now I know this isn't how it happened, but I really feel like someone's like, "Hey, you think we should drink again?" And people are like, "I don't know." Yeah.
Maybe.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure prohibition was pretty insane.
We're kind of depressed because it's the depression.
Yeah. Well.
Maybe getting drunk would help.
Maybe
Yeah.
if we make drinking even better than it already was.
What I love about
Let's make it secret. Secret drinking.
No one will
In
know.
speakeasies.
what I love about New
We'll
Mexico.
have secret code words.
Nobody's pointed this out about New Mexico at all. Is like when I was growing up, New Mexico. Well, first of all, we have the most arcane, ridiculous alcohol laws.
Really?
Yeah. Matt's like, what? Wait a second.
Never. What are you talking about?
I want people to know that they're probably not going to like this show, but we like this show. We're having a really good time right now. So
Do you do it for the customers or do you do it for yourself?
I do it for myself.
Okay, we're on the same page then.
So we have but what I love about that is like growing up, they're like, you're not going to be able to drink on Sundays. You're going to not be able to buy alcohol at this time, and the liquor license is super expensive. And then as soon as like whoever, like the unnamed hero of everybody that was like, hey, did you guys realize we could just like brew our own shit, and it's like really cheap to get a liquor license and a beer license? Whoever that hero was, I feel like we don't have a statue of him yet.
We probably should though.
We should.
really?
And then like all of a sudden it's like
He's all, I found a loophole.
all of a sudden the liquor laws are just kind of like, all right, you guys fucked it. You guys did it.
Whoops.
I mean, there's still the like if you want to own a bar, like if you want to open a bar and have liquor and beer, you're still going to pay like $1 million just for the license.
$3,000 a
Just to
month.
lease it.
Yeah.
$3,000 a month just to lease.
$3,000, $3,500 a month.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just for the liquor license to lease.
But if you want to make your own, that's just $3,400 a year. That's Something like that, right?
750.
Shit.
But
you have
in
to
fairness, you have to make it, and like I kind of spent that much money on, on all that. So like I think the money is a wash.
make it. But I hugged your stills.
Well,
And we've gone swimming in my vodka before.
we have drank vodka. Well, we've never done.
I'm actually
Theoretically,
shut up, Chris.
we've done some things. There's some abominations out there that we don't want to talk about.
That one time, that one place.
But it's
you
weird
guys
how,
went swimming in vodka without me.
Oh my gosh, I would never do that without you, James.
It was a vodka hot tub. It
Oh
was
my God.
fucking glorious.
Oh my God.
Okay, so Steve-O,
Yep.
who's from Albuquerque,
Jackass.
he did the one thing like we would talk
No,
about
I
in
mean
college.
that like literally.
Like-
Like I met him.
He's
Yeah.
actually a butthole.
So in college, we'd always talk about like doing vodka intravenously. Well, Steve-O actually really did that.
Mainline vodka.
Yes, he put it in. Yeah, they put it in a bag. They put it in his vein, and he did. And, he lived, of course. But it's like, what would a vodka hot tub really be like?
My guess is it would be kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Because,
You probably just die in there and boil.
right?
I mean, just from like my medical experience, yeah, it's
He is the 10 drink minimum doctor. Our medical
Steve-O.
staff. No, James.
I,
Oh,
I,
He is our medical staff.
Okay.
I have an EMTP.
Yeah.
It's expired, but
Well, fair enough though. But and also Matt
You know,
now is
we
as
share
well.
the like.
oh yeah, we got double meds on here.
Brother
Smiley,
Seamus.
you and I share a lot in common, which is really scary.
Right.
We're both fucked up.
I actually get asked like Smiley. It's funny because like people who know him, they know him, and then like there are people that I'll know and they'll like watch the show or whatever, and they're like, "What's that guy like?" And I'll go, "Weird." And they're like, "Well, weird how?" I go, "Well, weird.
Just
I mean,
weird.
as weird as you can get." I'm like, he's a great dude, and they're like, "Well, why doesn't he come out and party?" I'm like, "Oh no, he parties." And they're like, "But not with you guys." I go, "Sometimes." Well, do you think he'll come out and party with me? And no. I mean, maybe.
It was so motherfucking picky.
And they're like, does he really do all those drugs? And I go, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah,
It is,
yeah,
it is so motherfucking picky who he hangs out with, which is a good thing.
yeah. I'm like, he did. He usually.
What I love
usually-
about Smiley,
Yeah.
when we did your when you did your marathon show,
Oh yeah.
and,
Oh my
and so I
God.
don't know how we got on the topic, but I started talking about like old paramedic stories,
oh yeah.
and everybody's like, "Holy shit, you did that!" And what? And Smiley's like, "Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I did that.
Yeah.
I get it."
So again, props to Smiley because he also it went down the other tube, so he started choking halfway through.
Oh, when he shotgunned the Moscow Mule.
Yes.
Who the fuck shotguns a Moscow Mule? I think my customers need some drinks.
Thankfully, Tennille
I'll hold for you.
That was you
was
and
able
me.
to chug her side of it, but
Oh,
we
you're
had-
talking about on that show.
yes, on this most recent show, the Music Alibi, like the Alibi Showcase.
Oh yeah, the Best of Berkeley Music Showcase.
Yeah.
Which go back. Let me preface this to people listening to this show for the very first time. It is 420, the weekend of like marijuana, all that stuff. We actually went up and did a show. I reposted this. It's on our Facebook page, facebook.com/tendering.
It's a great show, actually.
Go watch the show that James, me, and our friend Kale did from Pagosa Springs, from Good Earth Meds.
They were
That-
so cold and clinical about it.
That yes,
It's so
It is the
informative.
most informative.
The most
show.
formative.
Sorry,
like-
guys, we were like doing
Show.
crazy stuff while you guys were here. We're animals. There's some stickers if you guys want some right here. If you want a couple, it's up to you. They're like right there on this table here. Yeah, grab a couple of those. Yeah. Thanks, man. So it's the most informative show we've ever done. I don't know if it's the funniest, but man, if you want to learn what it's like to be in a weed dispensary in Colorado, which is legal, that's the show to listen to. It's crazy. I probably could have one more, if that's allowed. If the cops. I have not had 10 yet. I have not. We have not done that. We're working on it. Look at Matt working behind the bar over there. He's on the. I don't know if I have. Do I have him on the?
I woke up an hour and a half ago.
That's your fault.
And went straight into drinking.
I woke up at 9 a.m. this morning.
God, that's terrible.
I woke up at 9:30, and I was close to being up as late as he was.
Well, so the only reason why I had to get up that early is because I needed like TP. I needed toilet paper because we were completely.
They only sell toilet paper early in the morning, guys.
Only.
In Albuquerque.
Only.
Very weird rules.
You have to go early in the morning or you don't get the best deal.
Why didn't you have toilet paper?
We were out and I forgot to go yesterday.
Oh wow.
Because I want my fucking roommate to pay for something and she doesn't.
It's
How
fine.
about that?
I don't give a shit.
I will pay anything for good toilet paper.
Like,
Yeah.
no, legit, like, my roommate won't pay for shit, so I had to pay.
She won't
like,
pay
I waited
no.
and waited and waited, nothing, and I just had to pay for
She
it.
won't
your own
pay
toilet paper
to clean
in
off
your
shit,
room.
is what you're really saying.
Keep your own toilet paper in your room.
Right?
Screw that. That's
I'm
messed
about,
up.
I'm about to do that
There you
motherfucking
go.
shit.
I'll tell you what. You do that, she'll pay for some toilet paper. Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this crappy ass toilet paper that you use. I got this sleek, awesome shit.
But see, I need to figure out something to do with the futon so she doesn't sleep on the
Light it on
futon.
fire. That's easy. That's easy.
But that's my couch.
Right, James? James knows.
But that's my couch.
I would never light
Is it?
anything on
Is
fire.
Yeah, no, literally, it's my couch that
That
she's
shit's
sleeping
scary.
Is her sweat in it?
on. Unfortunately.
And her secretions?
Uh-huh.
Is that your couch anymore?
No,
Light
it's
it
still
on
my
fire.
mother. It's still my
Light it
motherfucking
on
couch.
fire.
I can't light it on fire because it's family. Anyways,
I just want to congratulate myself for using the word secretions on the show.
I'm not gonna.
10 points.
I'm not gonna congratulate you for that. That was awful.
No, but it was 10 points. It was
It made
legit
me
10
gag
points.
A little bit.
Oh, gosh. So I stumbled upon this imager dump today, and it was like, all right, we're going to get weird. And I'm like, all right, I'll go down this rabbit hole. And the thing that, like, and I'm hung over in bed because, I went to bed at like 5 a.m. because we were playing Mario Kart like rock stars, And so
I brought your.
he brought my charger back to me, which, as an adult, I'm like, that's the thing I was worried about. So one of the things in this imager dump that I almost vomited, and I don't know why, but it was like, I'll explain it to you and to see if this like makes you feel the same way. And it was a jar of coins, and a guy was pouring milk into it.
What?
And I almost threw up. I was like, oh, what the fuck is going on with that?
If I had $1.
No. Like, I kind of get that, but no.
What? Is that not...
It's weird as fuck.
Yeah. And
Like, I
almost
get
threw
the
up.
separation, like, you need to, like, do this. Like, I understand, like, probably the reason why they did it, but still,
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
No,
man.
no.
Okay. I don't,
Save me.
Why? Why the hell would you do that?
I don't know, but it freaked me out, and I was like, I almost want to throw up.
Like the acids.
Almost.
The acids from the
No, I didn't throw up, though.
Almost.
the acids from the milk would make it rust faster, but the
I don't know why they did it. It was just like...
Just thinking of, like, room temperature curdled milk.
Oh.
No.
And that's one of those things where I'm like, gross.
And that's
I
why when we do our camping trip, nothing happens like that. No.
No.
Yeah. No white
Um,
Russians, no nothing, because you're going to get that stupid shit. No.
All those vapors can't be good for you. I don't know what they were... they were talking about...
So
when
it's
we were
just a-
doing, someone said that in the chat when we were talking about doing a vodka hot tub. Yeah. Which, Matt,
Those vapors are great.
It'll
for
open
you.
up your senses. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Like, not being good for
Seriously.
you?
I just want to talk
You've
about
never
this.
been in a vodka hot tub.
So I want to talk about this guy, right? So like,
But-
I remember like when I first started coming over here, he would be in the back, and like I would walk in, and there was like there's always a new bartender, like, and they're like, "Can I help you?" I'm like,
it's kind of our MO.
"Yeah," and I'll be like, "No," and then I'll look and I'll see Matt, and he'll be like, first of all, he's always dirty. Matt is never like he always has like you could tell like he works.
Thank you.
No, growing up a farmer, Matt looks like a farmer half the time. Like he's like you're like, dude, this guy, like you see him and you're like, well, this guy's been working.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know, you always
And you'll look
know.
through the window and Matt will be like, hey, come back here. And you're like, oh, okay. So I'll walk back in the back and he'll be like, come check this out. Come check this out. And he's like totally like, you know, like I am whenever I find a good YouTube video and I'm like, hey, come check this out to my coworker. Matt's like, come check this out. And I'll go over there and it's like a big 55-gallon blue drum. You know, like the ones in Breaking Bad that they would like dissolve people in. And he'll go, watch this. And he'll like pull the top off and I'll put my face down to it and like literally burns my fucking eyes. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, dude. And he's like, that's fucking vodka.
That's
fresh
Everclear,
out."
bro.
He's like, that's vodka
Everclear.
out of the still before I cut it with water. And I'm like, oh my God, it burned my face, man. It's in my nasal passages, dude.
I can't do it.
And he's like, right. And then there's like vodka dripping from the still, and he'll like catch like a drop of it on his finger, and he'll just like rub his teeth like it's cocaine.
It's like, yes, this is legit shit.
so
like, this is the premium.
I
like,
really
you're
wish
gonna
that we
get.
had like the mobile camera set up because I've got whiskey going right now.
Oh,
and,
great.
And we would go back and we would have this exact same experience. I want to tell you that like, no, Chris, that's not exactly how it is.
But it is.
But it's pretty fucking
pretty fucking close.
Okay, my very favorite thing about being here is there's a hammock in the back.
Oh yeah.
Right? We know the infamous
Matt's like,
hammock.
I've been brewing all day. I'm tired, guys.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There is a sleepy corner in this place, and that is what every workplace needs.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. I just like days like this when I just showed up, I just woke up like
I moved the
got
hammock. Again, if we had the mobile camera, I'd show it off.
Yeah.
But we moved it upstairs because what would happen?
Because you want someone to be drunk and groggy when they fall off the top.
You have an upstairs?
Well, yeah.
Wait,
Actually,
there's
I
an
do.
upstairs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know that actually.
Have you guys? You guys
Do I know of it? Yes, but have I ever been up there? No.
I didn't.
have you guys been back there? He has.
I've
Nope.
been in the back.
Oh okay.
I didn't know there was an upstairs.
Well, it's not like an upstairs, but there's an upstairs.
Like a loft.
Kind of,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a loft.
Yeah.
And I
Anyway.
put because what would happen is, so there's a really comfortable couch over there in the corner, and
Yeah.
that's like my go-to place. Like, all right, I just need 5 minutes. Well, I was working one night, and I passed the fuck out. Like not just snoozing, but I was dead. And then customers came in. And normally I can hear that door open from a mile away, and I'd be like, oh, okay, I'll just get up. No big deal. But no, these customers came and they're like, excuse me, sir, are you awake? Are you open?
Are you awake?
And I'm like,
You're like the Captain Ron of
get
like,
the fuck out of
Distillers.
here. I don't know. Who are you?
That's
Just go. Are you my new employees?
Right?
Just go behind the bar.
Just go serve yourself, damn it. I don't
Do you ever wonder like how in movies you have like the how you infiltrate something is always through like the serving staff or the wait staff? Like how does
Or
that happen?
the janitorial
I
staff.
feel you could do that with Matt. Like,
No.
You
I feel like
come in
Matt-
with
You
like,
guys are all evil agents, I know.
come in with like a catering suit, like a white like a chef.
No.
I have
Oh,
a chef
shit, you're the
jacket.
new bartender for today. Let me show you the
I'd be all,
keys.
"Hi, Matt,
Yeah.
I'm a hot girl to bartend," and he'd be like, "You are. Go on behind the bar."
I'd be like, you look a lot like Chris, but
No,
fuck
I
it,
know.
whatever.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot.
No, it's weird because like remember like what was that movie? So it was the SK the not it was Fight Club.
Yeah.
You know how they go and infiltrate.
They don't talk about it. First of all,
Right?
Yeah.
First of all,
First
they don't
rule
talk
of Fight
about it. No,
Club.
but they infiltrate. Yeah, they wear like
Yeah, it's
waiters'
just-
jackets.
yeah, it's like
So
how
the
do- how
first
does that-
rule
how
of
does that happen?
infiltrating Broken Trail is you don't talk about infiltrating
Yeah.
Broken Trail.
We're like, Matt, I'm here because I'm a caterer hired to be your new bartender.
Apparently,
You know what's-
It's not hiring me.
So there is this YouTube channel, and what they do is
Good call, by the way.
What they do is take, I guess those construction like vests,
Yeah.
and go in and walk into any place that that of course you pay for. Like they go into like concerts.
Oh,
they
sure.
go into
Oh,
movies.
yeah.
If you
And all you do is have that
and an
little-
orange vest, you have access to the universe.
Okay, agreed. But I've always said this, and it always says, if you're not supposed to be there, act like that you are.
Yeah.
And
You've got to. The first person you have to
Confidence
convince of a lie is
yourself. Correct.
Also, a
And
hard hat.
The greatest part is when someone goes, "Can I help you?" Go, "Yeah, you can." First of all, what are these people doing over here? I thought they were supposed to be back. What's your name? What's your name? Todd. Todd. Who's your manager?
We just made up stories on a phone.
Right.
I'm saying, yeah,
To
just walking with
strangers
confidence and like one of those
for-
construction vests.
Yeah.
And you can get into any like concerts,
business
any like movie, anything that requires you
very
to pay. You
Yeah.
can get it for
No,
free.
you guys were great. I like.
Well, yeah, we just
better than
literally
I am.
answered the phone as if we were employees of this business. So it's pretty much. So I'm pretty sure I could walk in and be like, "Excuse me, can I help you?" "Yeah, you can." "What's your name?" "Billy." "Billy, who's your boss?"
I always find that if you ask for the boss's name, they get really skittish.
And
Like,
they- of course
God,
they
let
do.
No,
me-
but even if you ask like the boss's name, it's like, well, like,
And then they'll
just
be like,
give a
"Ron?"
name. It's like,
that fucking figures Ron.
what the hell is gonna matter? It's like they
Everybody
don't know if
knows.
it's the right
Everybody
one or
knows
not.
Ron's
right?
a fuck up. He has
Unless
3
you have
strikes.
that stickler of a coworker that calls in to make sure like you're like, well, who's the manager on site
Yeah.
right now? Like if they're that much of a motherfucker, like
Yeah.
you have something wrong.
Oh yeah. Well,
with that
you know,
person,
you can always
but-
get busted, but like you said, if you have the right attire and you have the right attitude, you can walk in.
Like
You-
I find
no,
I
you
find the
seriously
secret
can.
is if you have like a button-up shirt, not necessarily like a dress shirt, but a button-up shirt underneath your
Oh, yeah.
your vest, because then they're like you're a supervisor.
Well,
You're only in the
so
field
I can't
because-
pull that off.
'cause we did
Even
something wrong.
As much as I would love to do the
And a
button-up,
really clean hard hat.
yeah. Well, no, it has to be filthy.
No, it's got to be sparkling clean. Like
Oh,
this,
you're right. Like,
Yeah,
you're the,
no,
because
it's
that means
blue,
you're the
it's
supervisor.
Right,
legit.
you're the
It's-
supervisor.
It's
You don't-
blue collar status, like nothing wrong, nothing like.
Or-
no, not
or-
blue collar, white collar.
You know what? If you and I found this out as well. If you really want to get by, like if you want to get through like everything, actually get filthy. Like be like disgustingly
Yeah,
filthy.
well, and that's good too. Like
and
you're
then
the-
walk into the place and you're like, man, we had a thing explode and I've got to go. Can I use the restroom here? And they're like, oh, go.
Okay, idea.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the next big thing happening in Albuquerque, event-wise?
Oh, I don't know. There's actually quite
we
a
need
bit.
we need to break in.
Yeah.
We need to utilize these tactics.
Infiltrate.
And infiltrate. We're
Blues
gonna
and
walk
brews.
in with a truck full of electrical equipment, aka
Honestly, the next thing I know, like big wise, is Blues and Brews.
Blues and Brews.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll get you guys in Blues and Brews just
Yeah.
by
Yeah,
proxy.
that's
Exactly.
because you.
Well,
You guys are with Broken Trail.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Please tell me that's true.
Yes, we will make it happen.
Oh, so, okay, the last time I did this was actually the Fiery Food Show. So my friend Marty and I, we show up with my mom and dad, and my mom and dad are like, you know what, we're going to go in later. And so Marty's like, okay, well, they're coming out, my friend's coming out, and he has a booth here. So his friend comes out, and he's like, so I have passes for you guys, but if anybody asks, you're my family, and you're helping us work. So we go to walk in, and people like look at us, and the worst thing you can do is go up to them and go, I have a pass. Just walk by, and they go to stop you. Go, oh no, I'm good. I got this, and just keep going.
Yeah.
And most of the time they're like, okay, you know.
Because most of the time,
And I'm like,
half those
sorry,
people-
we're in a hurry. We've got a lot.
Majority
of
of the
things
people like, what? Huh?
on. And we totally roll
Or
in
just
like I have
strike.
a pass that says I actually worked in
So-
this booth.
At least if you have the pass that says like something with like one of the breweries is like, oh yeah, you're okay. Yeah. Go.
When we did Hot Fest a couple years back, and so I show up, and they've got the registration booth.
How many hops did you do?
We
I
didn't.
would-
We
I
actually
didn't- I
didn't
didn't go
bring
to
any
that.
beer. It was all booze.
So you didn't hop any.
We didn't hop at all. But so I go up to the registration booth, and there's like there's a vendor line, and then there was some other line, and the other line had just it was like 20 really attractive women.
Yeah.
And so I go to the front of the empty line. I'm like, well, I'm here with Broken Trail, but I'm listening in, and they're like, well, we're here to serve. And they're like, well, who are you here with? And we're like, well, we don't know.
We're here to serve men.
No,
Yeah,
you know,
here to
that was basically the point of we just
Get
got
me beer.
we got a message that said we had to be here at this time, and we're beautiful. Like that's our job description. And like, oh, you're with Fireball. The Fireball tent is over here.
So
So the only liquor venue, like the liquor proprietor was Fireball, and you're one of them for that day.
No, I wasn't one of them. Like the women were hired by Fireball to be beautiful.
Oh,
yeah.
how
The
How
beautiful.
so
Like I was hired to. Well,
you
I was here
you
for
were hired
Broken
to pay.
Trail.
You were hired to pay.
But there was this moment of like, I'm doing this all wrong because
Yeah.
it was me and Jake. I don't know if you guys remember Jake,
Yeah, oh yeah,
but he's
Jake, yeah.
very much a dude, and I'm very much a dude.
I remember Jake
And neither
and the
of us
fat
are
man.
like awesomely beautiful.
Yeah.
And Fireball had just 20 beautiful women. And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm doing this business all wrong.
I would have said we're the
like
Fireball
that
women
Chris
wranglers.
actually referenced me. He did this. He's like beautiful.
So
And he
I
just
forgot about
pointed
this
me.
story.
We have a beautiful woman.
I forgot about this story,
Only
and I'm
beautiful woman.
gonna tell this story. I'm gonna tell a story about the greatest. I got into a place, and I was supposed to be there, but let me explain. So I used to travel, and I used to work on computers.
Yes.
I got a ticket to go work on a computer in the FBI building in Albuquerque.
Okay.
Okay. So if you don't know what the security is like, try to walk into an FBI building in any city that you live in,
Try
and you'll find out
looking
really
at
quickly.
it.
So I drive in, and
I've tried. I did actually.
and for some reason I
Did
just
you
really
get a letter
I
that
just
told you to stop looking at it?
right.
'Cause
Oh
I-
yeah.
So my mom worked in the same building
Okay.
as the FBI. So
Oh yeah. Well, they have their own building in Albuquerque now. It's over
Well,
by
now they do, but they didn't before.
Yeah, it's over by Main Event. So for some reason I was just kind of like perturbed by something that had happened this morning, and I just really had a fucking shitty attitude.
Okay.
This is a true story, and this happened. So I show up, I drive up to the booth as you drive in, and they stop you, and they're like, "Can I help you?" And you're like, "I'm here to see blank, and I'm here to fix this." And they're like, "Okay, can you shut your car off? Can you get out? We're gonna need you to put your phone in this thing and sign this thing." And I was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." And the guy looks at me and he goes, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Mom, I need my phone." And he's like, "Well, you can't take it in." Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later.
Well,
and he's like, "Wait, whoa. Don't you need to fix the computer in here?" And I go,
I do, but I need
I
my
look
phone.
at him. I literally look at him. I go, "Why?" I go, "Well, I don't need it fixed."
You need that fixed.
I was like, yeah.
And he's like,
But so you're going.
"Wait a second here." He's like, "You just need to put your phone here." I go, "No, I need the phone." And he goes, "For what?" I go, "If the part doesn't fix it, I need to call him." He goes, "Can't you write the phone number down?" I go,
Are you fucking kidding
and
me?
I look at him and I go, "I can write the phone number down." "Sure. Do you have a phone right next to the computer?" And he goes, "I don't know." And I go, "Okay. I'll see you guys later." And he's like, "Wait, whoa." Hold on.
But you're going
Hold
on base, off base, like on
No,
base.
this is FBI. No, it's not on base.
So you're going.
So
okay.
so he's like, hold on. Let me call somebody. All right. Calls the guy and he comes back and he goes, "You can take your phone in." All right. Thanks. Like, holy shit.
They're like, this tech dude can take us.
like
do it.
he's like, "Don't you need to go fix the computer?"
Well, I do, but
I don't need it.
It's for
Yeah.
your sake,
Not
not,
my problem.
mine.
And then they were like, "So, have you ever thought about working for it?" They actually asked me if I would work, and then the thing that stopped me was he's like, "Are you a veteran?" I go, "No," and he goes, "Oh, they're really hiring a lot of veterans right now." It's like, shit.
How dare you
But
not
it was
be
one of
a
those things
veteran.
where it was like literally like they were trying to be all fucking like, "You need to put your phone in here," and I'm like, nope, no thanks.
No, I don't have to.
I'm pretty
fix
good.
your
I'm pretty
stuff.
good keeping it in the car and taking it with me. And the guy's like, "You can't." And I go, "Okay, well, I'll see you guys later." Like, wait, what? I was pissed. I was like real pissed that day. And then I don't know why I said it. I was just like, all right, well, let's go home. Give a fuck. I'll hand it to somebody else. They can come fucking do this bullshit. And he was like,
you get this contract.
and he was like, it just threw him off. Like he thought I was going to be like, yes, sir. And I was like, no thanks. I'm not into that. How else am I going to take a picture?
It was your private phone, or is it your work? Like, so
Yeah, both, both.
you have two, right?
At the time, I did have two, yes.
Okay.
And literally,
and they
I
wanted
was
to take pictures of
and
both.
Here's the rub. I could have wrote the phone number down, called it from the phone side, just didn't fucking feel like being that doing all that. That just seemed like too much at the point. I was pissed.
It is. It is.
Like, it's already in the phone. I push one button.
You've already requested me to come out here for you guys to do this to me. It's like, no.
I was just really pissed that day. And so that was my greatest, like, yeah, I don't care. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
I'll see you later. I'm out. Peace. And he's like, well, don't they? And then, like, I feel like he was just
Well,
like,
they do,
oh,
but-
shit, I'm going to get in trouble. This computer's not going to get fixed.
I
This
feel
guy's leaving.
I feel that
That's amazing.
I actually have two of the, no, so I'm sorry. Now I have a better one. I
What's
forgot
up?
about this other one.
You got a better one.
All right.
I do.
all right.
I have a one-up to that. Can I one-up myself?
You can.
Can you guys vote on this?
Yes.
If you no, can you vote on whether I one-up myself when I tell the next story? So they call me on the phone and they go, hey, like, so the company I worked for, you had me, who was like a regular guy who went and like switched out parts on computers, and then there was the guy that had to do it in like 4 hours, and he got paid more, and but he had like time crunches. It was a very stressful job. So he calls in sick one Friday, and they call me on the phone. They're like, hey, this guy's sick. And we got a call that came in. It's at the airport at the Sun, because they're in like Boston. It's at the Sunport. I'm like, okay. And they're like, the parts are there. You just have to go and like install them. I'm like, okay. So I call the Southwest people, and I'm like, yeah, I'm Chris with blah blah blah, and I'll be there. And
So they didn't know the location.
the dispatcher know. So I show up and I talk to the Southwest people, and they're like, well, yeah, here's what you need to do. It's like when you go to board the plane, they have a touch screen that they use to like run your tickets underneath, right? Everybody knows this at the airport. So they're like, that broke, and we had one flown in, and you just need to replace it. And I go, okay. She goes, to the left is where the TSA is, and you need to go through there and then go replace the part. So I'm thinking like, oh shit, I didn't even think about the TSA. Oh man, I have like a bag full of tools, right? So I walk up to the TSA people, and the guy's like, can I have your ticket? I go, I don't have a ticket. I'm here to work. And I show him like my work order. I'm like, here to work on a computer in, what are they called?
The kiosk.
What's that? No, not kiosk, but what are the?
Terminal.
Terminal like 20, this thing. And the guy's like, well, what you're going to need to do is take your bag of tools, and we're going to dump it in this bucket, and we're going to sift through it. And I go, huh.
Fun.
No. So I walk back over to Southwest. And it's like, do I lie or just not tell them all the information? Number
Lies.
two.
Always lies.
So you have all these people that are probably waiting for their flight to take
Yes,
off, and then
yes.
you have you saying,
Yes.
nah.
Yes, kind of. They just know, they just like, they have empty terminals. What you don't know is they have empty terminals. So I walk back to the Southwest booth, and I go, yeah, the TSA was really, they were really, what did I say? How did I word it? I go, they not hard to work with. I said, yeah, the TSA was not, I don't know how to say it. Like, basically, if I was like, hey, Smiley, we do this, and he was like, no. I'd be like, so I went over to the TSA, and they just didn't really, I said, I walked over to the TSA, and they didn't really want to work with me. And the lady goes, oh, God, again? And she goes, just come this way. And so I walk, when you check your bags in, right? I walk behind the counter, and she swipes her card and just opens the door. And she's like, I'll take you over there. And so we
just bypassing the entire process.
It gets better. So we walk through this tunnel out onto the tarmac, And she goes, hold on, let's make sure a plane's not taking off, because if they're taking off, it'll throw us up in the air. I'm like, okay. So we walk across the tarmac. We kind of like run kind of like across the tarmac. And we go into the guts of the airport. And then we go upstairs. And they have this monitor, and it's there. I open it up, and the little keep it dry bag with the little pellets in it had busted open.
Oh, shit.
And it all had went into this monitor.
I know.
So I'm like, I can't plug this in because it's going to heat up, and I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm like, I have all my tools, and I'm in the terminal, and so they're like, oh. So I called Dell, and I'm like, this is what happened. The little dry packet thing busted open, and it's all in the monitor. And the guy's like, can you take it apart? And I was like, nope.
Ooh. Phone call.
We've got a phone call. You got to put the microphone on.
It's all right.
Thank you for calling Broken Trail in Stanford. This is Billy. How can I be of assistance? Yes, it is at our Mall location. And this, yes, it starts at 8, and it's $5. The cover is going to be cash. But yeah.
Your
it's-
firstborn child.
All right. Well, thank you for calling Broken Trail.
Nice. So I call so I call
Right,
Dell.
as we go through the
Way
the limits
nicer
of
than
it.
I was.
Yeah. So I called Dell, and I'm like, well, this thing happened and this thing happened. What do I do? And they're like, well, we're gonna have to send you out another monitor. And I'm like, it's a Friday. It's like 3:00 in the afternoon, and the guy's like, it'll be there in 4 hours. And I'm like, are you shitting me? And he goes, no, we're gonna put it on a plane. It'll be there in 4 hours. I'm like, so I got to come back here at 7:00 on a Friday. And he's like, yep, that's your job. And I'm mad. All right. And I'm like, I'll leave. I'm pissed. I go home. I sit there all afternoon. So angry. Because I'm like, it's 7:00 on a Friday, and I'm still working. You know, I mean, when you work a 9 to 5 and then you have to do that, you're pissed. So then they call me, and they go, the part's in, and it's here. Can you come and replace it? I go, yeah, I can come do it. And the guy's like, I heard about your problems with the TSA earlier. And he goes, I will help you out. Just meet me by the baggage area at this time. And I go,
Suspicious.
yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever. And I'm
guy.
just lit. I'm lit mad. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking go do this, but I'm not going to be happy about it. Nothing about this is going to make me happy. There's no way possible. So I drive over to the airport. I park, which I'm like, I'm going to have to fucking probably pay for this. Everything. I'm like, chung, 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 chung. I walk in there, and I'm like standing by the fucking baggage handle, and I'm like, where the fuck's this guy? Where's the fuck's this guy? All of a sudden, a door opens where you can't see a door in the wall. Right? Like you look over to the left of the baggage, and it's like, it's a door that's like flush. Like, I mean, if you went up to it, probably you could see the line. And the guy's like, are you Chris? Yeah. All right, come on. And I walk to the door, and he goes, get on. And I look at it, and it's the baggage cart.
No way.
With baggage on the back of it. And I go, we're taking this? And he's like, oh, yeah. And I get on it. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, we're driving across the tarmac. I'm like waving at airplanes. I'm like, where are you going? Where are you going? And he's like, we drive over there, and I was like, wow. I got to drive on the baggage cart across the tarmac, and then I
With
go in.
baggage, luggage.
Yeah. So then I go, and I replace the monitor, and it works right away. And they're like, oh, cool, thanks. And then I have, like, my bag full of, like, tools, and they're like, I was like, so I just walk back to the airport and leave? And they're like, uh-huh. Like,
Because it was like, oh, we've already trusted you once. We're not going to have to do it again.
all right.
You've made it this far.
Yeah. They're like, Surely you haven't. You don't have a sharpened screwdriver or anything in there you can hijack a plane with. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. But I'm leaving.
The picture you're painting of you just waving while
I was waving. You know me. I was like, dude, you know me. If all you have to tell me is, hey, would you like to do this thing that normal people don't get to do? Yes.
Hold on. Broken Trail, this is Matt. I'm not sure. Let me get my manager.
The Broken Trail, this is Chris. How may I help you? Are we giving out tickets to Marco's Smooth? The tenure, that was earlier today.
That's Marble.
That's Marble, yeah. Yeah, it was earlier today.
Broken Trail.
What do? We have a tap room Green Jeans. We have tap room Uptown, and our main location off of Stanford and Candelaria. Maybe, I don't know. I think this guy Jokester. Fucking guy over here.
No tickets for you.
Yeah.
Fucking
So
dickhead.
yeah.
I was like,
So
no
like, all you have
tickets
to
for
tell
you.
me, all you have to tell me is like, normal people don't get to do that. We could be like, they'll be like, we've got to do all this work. I'll be like, oh, but then we're gonna like light fires. We're gonna light cars on fire. Okay,
Cool. I'm in.
cool. Like if it's whose mic is doing that? Is that you? Are you like
It's fine.
beatboxing over there?
I am. I'm being a smartass.
I mean,
I won't do it.
we're at the end of this show.
I
mean,
won't. I won't do it anymore.
Please don't. Because I'm like, what is going on there?
Is it the frickin' rookie?
Yes.
My bad.
I am
It's
not.
the rookie.
Is
It's
it
me. Me being the rookie.
All right.
What are you doing?
We've done an almost hour and 46
That's what
minutes.
you're doing?
No.
Worse?
Have we done you justice?
Guys, I love you.
Yeah. That's fun. I'm glad.
You want to go swim in the hot tub?
I'd like
Hell
to swim
yeah,
in a hot
just-
tub of vodka. The hot
The
tub
hot,
of vodka.
the hot tub of vodka. Yes.
If that trick worked.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? You want to swim in some hot tub of vodka?
I
wanna
will hug a burning hot vat of vodka again.
Whatever's back there. He'll just
God.
hug.
I thought you were going to say a burning hot van of girls for Fireball.
Yeah, you seem to think I like girls more than vodka.
Oh, yeah. I think it was say guys,
Good
but
point.
well,
Dare you?
I was sitting there with my list ready to check it off. I was like,
Hey, I like vodka more than girls anyways, too.
Everyone knows I like vodka.
The fact of the matter is, vodka's more reliable.
That's very
vodka's
true.
more reliable. It does what it does.
Vodka
It does
is
what it
very
does.
much more reliable.
Every time I get fucked up off of vodka.
Yes. Vodka's going to fuck you up. It knows.
At the end of the day, vodka's never done me wrong.
Yes.
There you go.
I want
Actually, that's a lie.
I want to take this time to thank Matt Simons.
Yes.
I want to thank Matt Simons from Broken Trail, the newest member of 10 Drink Minimum,
Thank you, guys.
initiated in vodka.
Official.
Official.
We voted. Like, this is
We voted.
cool.
We
dog.
voted months
we
ago.
voted. Yeah. Now we get to jump you in.
To be fair,
Yeah.
the last person that
This
we
is
put
gonna
on
hurt.
the show,
Actually, I prefer to sex
Left
you in,
town.
dog. That's cool.
he
my
left
butthole
town
hurts.
frightened.
I'm sorry? Does this mean we have to shotgun Pepe the Mule?
Oh, great.
Oh,
I have
God.
a shotgunning tool if that's what's needed.
As do I.
It punches the hole.
I do. As do I. But
There's only
I don't
two
think-
people that have successfully
I don't think
shotgunned
Smiley
Pepe the
wants to
Mule
do that.
live
James
on the air.
Smiley.
No one ever wants
and Matt
to
Simons.
shotgun anything.
No.
yes, but you say yes every fucking time.
But you want to get through the.
Because I'm a nihilist.
I like that answer. I want to thank
Billy.
James Faree for taking photographs of us this entire time. He took time out of his day. He usually hikes, but he said his muscles were hurting. So I said, okay.
Thank you so much.
so
I
he's
wanna-
coming on the bar.
I want to thank the people who called into Broken Trail that we got to talk to. Those were fantastic people.
Epic.
Yes. And to all the people out there listening, thank you as well. We do this show live pretty much weekly. We try to do Sundays, but sometimes Saturdays. Sometimes, but Saturdays. We have stickers. Get in touch with any of us if you want stickers. We all have them. James has a badge. He just doesn't know it yet. Yep.
Did you pick up your stickers from...
Sticker collection, yes.
Okay, good.
And I want to actually, that's what I really want to give a shout out to. I want to give a shout out to A Good Sign. They're here in Albuquerque, and man, Tammy at A Good Sign, she made all of our stickers. They are fantastic. She does good work.
Yep.
I like her. Hold on.
The best work.
There you go. Hold that up. Oh, there you go. Yeah, look at that. Looks just like our sign. And that's the only one of those, so you get the white ones. But, yeah, check us out. Add us, like us on Facebook.com/10drink. Go to 10drinkminimum.com. You can go to any of our social media sites. Add James Smiley on Instagram. Do you have that?
No, don't actually. I'm not. I'm not on Instagram, and I don't appreciate it at all.
Add James Smiley on Tinder.
I'm not on that either.
It's beyond me that I don't understand why Smiley doesn't have a better online presence, because you would have like 3,000 followers. Everyone asks about you. Don't give a shit about me or Chris.
Add Smiley on Bumble.
Or I guess me.
So
again.
you understand
I'm just nothing.
exactly why I'm not on internet.
So you can do Rogue86 at Instagram.
There you go.
No, it's
Now
actually
we're talking.
James
Billy,
Smiley.
what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Sabes Cray.
Mine is
Yeah.
Rogue86.
SAWBESS_CREI.
And if you could, just mail in cash to Broken Trail. You can just Google them.
Cash checks,
credit cards. If you want to mail in your credit card with the PIN.
Oh my
number,
God!
Do you want a hot tub party? Just
Matt,
call us up.
I have a question as I guess a consumer.
Yep.
Do you take traveler's checks?
Is that a thing anymore?
What?
No. Is that?
No,
I
it's
think
not.
it's a thing.
You guys
That was
don't
my
have
first question.
traveler's
What is
checks?
a traveler's check?
Yeah.
I think the answer
It's
is
something I haven't used since like 2000.
It's a check.
yeah.
Like
if
no,
it's a
just
check,
like
I'll take it.
1991.
I use those first
traveler's
and
check.
foremost. When I was 18 and I went
Do you
to
guys
Europe,
not
I
actually
used
know?
traveler's checks. I do.
No,
I
I've used a
traveler's
travel.
check,
I
but
did. I've gone to
I've-
multiple different countries. Like I've used traveler checks
I've
before.
never
traveler's
even
checks.
seen a traveler's
Okay,
check.
Hey,
So the
just-
reason why
okay,
you would-
but
Wait,
Billy,
wait.
just because you're visiting from other parts of New
Uruguay.
Mexico, we take all kinds of cash. We're like, we're good.
Pesos. So I want to give a shout out to our photographer again. He wants me to tell you guys to add him on Instagram, and it is jf.photos84 because that's terrible actually. But jf.photos84. He's our photographer. He's going to take.
That was the only name left.
Yeah, there was JF.photos. There was 83 other people.
We were
83 other JF photos.
Were we being photographed?
All I'm saying, like Matt, so somebody comes
I know.
in with a traveler's check. Do you accept it?
I think the correct answer is yes.
You do, yeah, because it's.
You can still accept a fucking
Well,
traveler's
no, well,
check.
here's the thing. A
It's
traveler's
legitimate.
check is better
It's
than a real
cash.
check.
That's true.
And I
It's
accept real
technically
checks.
cash, isn't it?
Because basically,
Is it
you
not?
take cash
Yeah.
in and you cash the cash in for the traveler's
I think
checks.
so.
You do. I've gone to Europe and that's what
I've
I had to
never
do.
been on the this side of being a
Yeah.
I've used a traveler's check, but I've
Yeah.
never received a traveler's check.
You put them into the
Hey,
bank.
Matt, I
and they
think
give you
you
the
should
cash
be the
right
first-
back.
Yeah, I think so.
The next time someone goes, I haven't seen Matt in a while. How's he doing? I'll be, he got arrested. He used a bad traveler's check.
Yo, I think you should be the first
and that was the
brewery
last
in
time
town
Matt was an official member of 10 Drink Minimum.
Yes.
to accept Bitcoin.
We had to kick Matt out because he got arrested.
There's some bad things that's happened for new
New members.
members.
Noops.
This is gonna hurt.
So, yeah.
Chase has never come back.
Yeah, he moved away.
Yeah,
He had to move out of
We
state.
did the initiation. And he moved the fuck away. He's like,
the
fuck
very
that.
next day.
Yeah.
Broken Trail is closed tomorrow.
Closed tomorrow. But I want to thank you guys for listening. With that, I want to thank all you guys for. I want to thank Michael, Billy, and
Can I
Jason.
push Ryan Goodman's
Michael, Billy, and Smiley.
Show next weekend on the
Sure.
27th
Sure.
At Moonlight?
Who's that?
And it's Black Tie,
Okay.
Roger Apodaca's project, which I co-wrote most of that record.
Whoa!
And also
Shade.
Bellama's playing, and it's been a long time since Bellama's played.
Shade.
And so actually, after the thing that I'm pretty stoked about, which I'm sure everyone is like, what? That's kind of weird, is I'm doing the comedy set. I'm doing my first
That's
set.
never gonna happen.
It's happening too. The thing is, it brought me out of my like, oh gosh, I talk about doing comedy, but this is actually like, oh shit, this is real now. So I'm
Okay. When's that?
That's the 29th of this month
At?
Moonlight.
Okay. So everybody go.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah. I thought it was
That's
like
next
spoken
week.
word.
That's
I thought it was
yeah,
like
right?
spoken word.
It's comedy, but it's spoken word, but it's really funny.
Huh.
It's like, well, like
Wait. Spoken word and funny. I don't know about this.
I'm like, you know what? Just
Wait a
growing up.
minute. Spoken word, good. I don't know about this.
At least it's not like slam poetry.
Okay.
So
Fair
like,
enough.
If I were a slam poet, then I'd
Fair
be
enough.
nervous. But you know, it's me and a microphone and 10 minutes of just like work.
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Okay.
You know, like comedians have to like go through this whole like process of like open mics, kind of like get their name out there.
Hey, you know
You're
we've
gonna
got a
kill it,
comedy
dude.
show tonight at Broken Trail.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah, I'm talking
Do you
about
want to
weed.
go up there? And
421.
let's go right now.
I'll be like,
Nice.
hey guys, the thing about weed, man. You remember?
You guys heard about this weed program? They have weed.
Have you guys ever smoked weed? This is
You
insane.
ever ingested marijuana?
I did once.
They call it weed. I was smoking grass the other day.
This will be the last thing. What is like the most out of date weed reference like name that is not used anymore?
Reefer.
Reefer.
Is reefer?
And that's exactly
like
what I was
we
going to say
can't-
is reefer.
We can't say reefer anymore.
Well, I mean,
No.
you can
Oh,
see
it's
it, but it's not
oldest.
used like it's
You
old as fuck. You
can.
really like no
Even
one.
weed is kind of
So
old.
No one I know
You're
right now
smoking
uses
reefer?
reefer.
Grass
He's
is
like,
pretty
he has some
old.
reefer.
Grass,
Like,
yeah,
no,
grass.
it's grass or just reefer.
Ganja is
Oh
pretty
my God,
2000s. Like,
ganja.
I think ganja's just as
Like
much
new
as like
metal
reefer.
areas,
It's
like-
like
I
it's
wonder if
non-existent.
ganja was ever a
Do
thing.
people still
though.
say cashed?
oh yeah,
Yeah, people still say
it's
cash
a reference
because
to
it's
this, like
cash.
something that's just out of. You're done with it.
Do people still listen to Sublime? Is that a thing now?
Dude, do you know
Oh my
Well,
god! But with like all like the
Oh, I hate that
70s,
band.
80s revival,
So
we're
bad.
gonna have an entire Sublime revival. Like probably in 10
how-
years,
how
It's
does
gonna
that-
come
Alright.
back.
it's gonna come back.
Oh, wait, wait.
So-
All right. Anyways,
I
I'm
wanna
gonna
thank-
have a punching people in the face revival.
I want to thank Broken Trail once again for
what I
having us
heard.
on this doing
Yes,
a live
thank
show
you.
here. We're going to be in the next Brewers Crew, the magazine. Check that out wherever you pick those up at.
Any brewery in Albuquerque worth a damn.
Yeah.
Including Broken Trail.
I want to give a special shout out to my friend Matt Simons. And with that, we
We
are
are
10 Drink
Drink
Minimum.